camera. He's so serious.
Good morning. Please join me in standing while our co-salutatorian, Kobe Garcia, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would now like to introduce Gloria Gallardo, who will be performing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. I would like now to bring back up our principal, Carrie Sequeira. I am Carrie Sequeira, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of being the principal of Woodland High School. I would like to take a moment to honor and recognize some very special guests here today. Yolo County Office of Education Superintendent and former Woodland High School graduate and counselor, Dr. Jesse Ortiz. County Superintendent-elect Garth Lewis. Our wonderful and amazing Superintendent, Tom Pritchard. Woodland Joint Unified School District Board of Trustees, President Michael Piet, Debbie Daker, Karen Bain, Morgan Childers, Tico Zendejas, Teresa Guerrero, and Tanya Tafoya. In addition, a huge thank you to the Director of M&O, Nick Barral, and his crew, along with all of the Woodland High School staff, who made it possible for us to celebrate our graduation right here at home on our football field. I stand before you with mixed emotions about graduating the class of 2018. I am so proud of each member of this class, but profoundly sad that they will no longer be roaming the halls and shaping the climate and culture of the Wolfpack. During their 4 years here at Woodland High School, they perfected their legacy and learned the best way to build a positive school climate and unite a community, encouraging all to be present and get in the game. In their sophomore year, our students faced adversity by having their stadium red flagged, where it was determined that safety became a factor and it was a space that no longer could be used. The students knew that it was an aging stadium that needed a lot of love, but it was theirs. They did not let this define or defeat them. Instead, they accepted the reality and began searching for an answer. It came in the way of Bring Woody Home campaign, which gave them a voice. Completely initiated and driven by students, this campaign united an entire school, and it was an easy thing for all to get behind. The superintendent, board members, and the entire community of Woodland heard their voice, and as we speak, the stadium is moving forward with an expected completion date of fall 2019. Be present and get in the game. As juniors, the class of 2018 faced the sudden and tragic death of Felix Castillo, the beloved baseball coach, social studies and PE teacher, whose entire positive spirit filled the halls. Devastated and in shock, they had to face and accept what the reality was, that Felix Castillo would no longer be with us. Although sad, they knew they had work to do. They wrapped their arms around each other, the baseball team, Felix's family, ensured that together we could and would get through this tragedy and strengthen our pack. Candlelight vigils, visits to the Castillo home, packing up his classroom, memorializing him on campus, and ensuring that each and every step of the way, Fee would be proud of them, as well as watch out for them during their journey. Be present and get in the game. And their senior year is when the class of 2018 became legendary. Watching Oscar Sanchez running down the football field, making cuts and busting records, while the entire Wolfpack ran alongside of him. And huge defensive plays made by Hunter Chris and Martin Vasquez sealed our circle of togetherness as a pack. The entire football stadium was filled with orange faces, signs, noisemakers, and school spirit, which brought our opponents to their knees and drowned out any voice that was not screaming, "Go Wolves!" The unbelievable last-minute fadeaway shot from Diego Villanueva to take the win over our sister school, PHS, left people speechless and the entire gym could not be contained, while the crowd began to scream, shout, chant, and celebrate. Be present and get in the game. The pack is setting records with having 54 academic achievers here today who maintained a 3.70 or above, the largest percentage of students recognized in Woodland High School history. Our Lady Wolves soccer team, led by a solid group of senior girls, our fierce goalie, Mackenzie, along with Lala, Jessica, Ari, Maddie, Mia, and Iris, defied every obstacle in front of them, and each time someone said, "No way will they continue," they responded with, "Look into my eyes and see how bad I want it. We are the Wolfpack and we will not be taken down." And a 1,300 school-wide gauntlet sent off our girls to take the title of CIF Regional Champs. They would not be denied. Our little shark, Cassidy Pasco, shattering TCC swimming records with her little fin. Sebastian Campos humbly getting into Stanford with the Wolfpack standing beside him, celebrating as if they had been accepted into this prestigious school with him. Who could forget Jake Headington, Brandon Murillo, aka B-Dog, Blake Hutchinson, Anthony Jimenez, and Raul Lopez, with their contagious smiles making every member of the Wolfpack family thrilled to know them. Be present and get in the game. Timmy Lavanos, Make-A-Wish Award of meeting Tom Brady, and each one of us celebrated with him as he anxiously opened the envelope and shared the news. Evelyn Cordova's leadership in Mecha brought back the sashes, but also planned the best attended dances in all 4 years, again, uniting a community. And Gloria Gallardo's angel voice singing the national anthem for many Woodland High School events. The rallies that an entire county talked about, led by Ariana Montez and Maddie Sharp on the mic. They had everyone dancing, laughing, chanting, and screaming with school pride. And a drum line that stole the show every time and brought the students out of the stands to dance along with them. The pack witnessed the historical signing of 6 scholar athletes on National Signing Day. Ari Coronada, Mia Marin, Oscar Sanchez, Cassidy Pasco, Hunter Chris, and Mackenzie Hattanaka. The soulful voice of our jazz singer, Michaela Reyes, who made us shiver during outdoor lunch performances and in our musical. Our ASB leadership team, led by our triathlete, Garrett Imbach, who always modeled positive, productive, and professional behavior with each and every interaction. Tori Corrales, who played Heather Duke, and Luke Rowe, who played Ram, gave us all a much-needed wake-up call in the musical Heathers. They portrayed the harsh reality of high school years, including suicide, self-harm, eating disorders, sexuality, and bullying. Who would have ever thought that this musical would have such an impact on our school community? Be present and get in the game. What does it mean to stay present and get in the game after you leave Woodland High School? It means to take risks, try something new, try new experiences, and delight in the struggle. When things are tough and you fumble, that is when you will begin to learn. Think you can, and you will. Be kind, persistent, and pay it forward. Dream big, do not doubt yourself, and embrace change. Take on adversity and make it your own. Remember to always work hard, laugh, value integrity, and explore. Do not be afraid or worry about life after leaving Woodland High School. And please do not be scared, because you're more than ready than you could possibly know. You are the class of 2018, and you have created a legend. Please know, when you need us and want to come back, we are here waiting to celebrate with you, embrace you, wipe your tears, or cheer you on. Once a wolf, always a wolf. Be present and stay in the game. I would like to introduce our superintendent, who has been a huge supporter not only for Woodland High School, but for our entire community of Woodland. Please show him the Wolfpack welcome, Mr. Tom Pritchard.
Good morning. I am honored to be standing here in front of you on behalf of our Board of Trustees and the entire Woodland Joint Unified School District staff. We wish to express our gratitude to each and every one of the graduating seniors for their hard work, perseverance, and pride in their school. And we would also like to thank our families and community for supporting these students beginning in preschool all the way through to adulthood. To the seniors, I asked you to consider this quote: "Nobody fails alone, and nobody succeeds alone. So pay very close attention to the people around you. If you are to succeed in life, you need to recognize that your level of success and satisfaction will often depend on a lot more people than just yourself. We don't live or work in isolation, and when you have supportive people around you, like your families and the community, the climb towards success will be that much easier. So as you prepare for your next adventure in life, I hope that you will continue to see the value in people and support someone along the way as well. So congratulations and good luck. As an example of that success, I'd like to call up the valedictorian, Sebastian Campos.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sebastian Campos, and I am delighted to be standing here as the valedictorian of the class of 2018. I would like to start off by taking a moment to appreciate all of my teachers, friends, and family members who helped get me where I am right now. In particular, I'd like to give my sincerest thanks to my father, Roberto Campos, who has moved mountains to provide for a family and thus shown me what it means to persevere and work hard. My mother, Maria de los Angeles Gutierrez, who has worked tirelessly to raise 3 kids, all the while finding ways to be involved in our education. Miss Mishra, who has been so motherly and truly been an inspiration for me. Miss Ayers and Mr. Rocha, both of which have been amazing, encouraging, and truly like an extended family. I'd also like to thank my friends who have been with me throughout this journey, namely Andrea Perez, Emilia Robles, Rosamelia Cordova, Crizio Cobian, Edgar Arreola, Evelyn Cordova, and Emma Fike. They've been phenomenal friends, and I honestly couldn't have asked for better. Buenos días, damas y caballeros. Mi nombre es Sebastián Campos y estoy encantado de estar aquí como el valedictorian de la clase de 2018. Me gustaría comenzar tomando un momento para apreciar a todos mis maestros, amigos y familiares que me han ayudado a llegar a este momento. En particular, me gustaría dar mis más sinceros agradecimientos a mi padre Roberto Campos, que ha movido montañas para mantener a nuestra familia y así me mostró lo que se significa perseverar y trabajar duro. Mi madre, María de los Ángeles Gutiérrez, que ha trabajado incansablemente para criar a 3 niños mientras buscando formas de involucrarse en nuestra educación. La señora Mishra, que ha sido tan maternal y realmente ha sido una inspiración para mí. La señora Ayers y el señor Rocha, ambos han sido increíbles, alentadores y verdaderamente como una familia extendida. También me gustaría agradecer a mis amigos que me han acompañado a lo largo de este viaje, en particular a Andrea Pérez, Emilia Robles, Rosamelia Cordova, Crizio Cobian, Edgar Arreola, Evelyn Cordova y Emma Fike. Han sido amigos fenomenales y honestamente no podría haber pedido por mejores. Finally, I'd like to give a shout out to the Learning Center. Without their support, much of our class would not have been able to graduate. Thank you. It was only 4 years ago that we started our journey at Woodland High School. As young, timid, and angsty freshmen, we found ourselves lost in the unique and intimidating world that is high school. We tried to get a feel for the lay of the land, all while turning up to Turn Down for What and doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. Though we can identify with this year based on the popular trends mentioned previously, this period of time was most remarkable to me because of my friend group, the Farquad Star Squad. Shout out to them. To this day, this is one of the most memorable moments from my freshman year. By the time sophomore year rolled around, we whipped and nay-nayed, all the while argued whether the dress was black and blue or white and gold. We had finally become a little more comfortable and had started to get the hang of things. We knew where classes were located, knew the teachers, and had a close group of friends. But most importantly, we weren't freshmen anymore. Junior year, the year in which everyone had early onset senioritis. From APs to SATs to ACTs to state testing to various other things. This year was the year many, including me, found to be the most stressful. One of the most memorable moments I had was in Ms. Ayers' AP Calculus AB class. Shout out to my fellow classmates who've been with me since Ms. Lucy's 8th grade geometry class. Whenever someone was slacking off or just not doing work, Ms. Ayers always managed to find the most inspiring words in, "I'ma kick you," or "Do you want to get a detention?" Despite the stress, we got through it and we had finally become seniors. One thing that became very clear to me throughout the years at Woodland High as I made my way up the ranks from freshman to senior was that my classmates were compassionate, intelligent, athletic, diverse, curious, respectful, and highly talented people. Our class's vast talents range from the performing arts to athletics to vocational endeavors to various fields of academic study. For proof, look no further than the various accomplishments this year from the results of this year's Woodland High School's girls soccer team at the NorCal Division II championship game, to the last-second shot made by Diego Villanueva at the Woodland v Pioneer basketball game, to the resounding success of the Heathers musical, to the amount of students on the school's honor roll, and even the amount of students that have managed to graduate, which is at a very astounding 99%. And now, here we are, done with high school. It's sort of a bittersweet feel, wouldn't you say? As Charles Dickens put it, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. We are done with the stressful days of AP testing, SATs, ACTs. We've gone through the college application process and gained the necessary skills to join the workforce or the military. And despite all of that, we managed to reach this day, our class's graduation day. Al concluir nuestro último año de la secundaria, es la hora de que nos enfrentemos al mundo, de encontrar y perseguir nuestras pasiones, de alcanzar la grandeza y dejar un legado. Como William Shakespeare dijo una vez, algunos nacen grandiosos, algunos alcanzan la grandeza y algunos tienen la grandeza empujado sobre ellos. En la vida no siempre podemos contar con nacer grandiosos o tener la grandeza empujado sobre nosotros, pero siempre tendremos la oportunidad de alcanzar la grandeza, incluso si el camino está plagado por obstáculos por ser vencidos. Para muchos de nosotros, la grandeza proviene de que nuestros seres queridos están a nuestro lado. Aquellos se esfuerzan por ser considerados, aquellos que están allí cuando los necesitamos, aquellos que nos apoyan a pesar de las circunstancias. Los héroes anónimos. Dejar un legado y alcanzar la grandeza no es obtener dinero, reconocimiento o fama, sino dejar a aquellos con quienes conoces con un poco más de felicidad, con un poco más de esperanza. Nuestro tiempo aquí junto como clase no será recordada por las calificaciones o la popularidad, sino por nuestras relaciones, el tipo de persona que fuiste, las historias que escribiste, los recuerdos que dejaste atrás. Así es como será recordado. Como dijo una vez Avicii, un día dejarás este mundo atrás, así que vive una vida que recordarás. As we conclude our senior year of high school, it is time for us to take on the world, to find and pursue our passions, to achieve greatness, to leave a legacy. As William Shakespeare once said, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. While we can't always count on being born great or having greatness thrust upon us, we will always have the opportunity to achieve greatness, even if the road is littered with obstacles to be overcome. For many of us, greatness comes from our loved ones, being there for us, those who go out of their way to be thoughtful, and those who are there when we need them, those who support us despite the circumstances, the unsung heroes, if you will. To leave a legacy and to achieve greatness is not to get money, recognition, or even fame, but rather to leave those with whom you cross paths with a little bit more happiness, with a little bit more hope. Our time together as a senior class will not be remembered by grades or popularity, but by relationships, the kind of person you were, the stories you wrote, the memories you left behind. This is how you will be remembered. As Avicii once said, one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. Congratulations, class of 2018. I wish you all the very best, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a part of my life and letting me be a part of yours. Thank you. Gracias. And now, I have the distinct honor of introducing our class's student speaker who exhibits school spirit in each interaction, Madison Sharp.
You know, I never understood how imagining the audience naked was supposed to make you less nervous. Honestly, I'm just more uncomfortable right now. Anyways, good morning, dressed families, dressed friends, dressed faculty, and dressed fellow graduates. Today is an exciting day for us all. Now, graduates, I don't know if you know me or not, but I'm Madison Sharp. We all went to high school together, and those were some great times and memories we created. I am your elected senior speaker, and before we begin, I would like to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak, and every now and then, I will throw in a daily social media reference. Hashtag, you're welcome. How about a round of applause for us, Woodland High School class of 2018. This has been a fantastic week. No classes, no responsibilities, all play, no work. If high school was always like this, I'd be pretty sad about leaving. I think we can all agree that we have accomplished one of the major early milestones of our lives, high school graduation. Today, we are recognized for our enormous significance. Each and every one of us has worked hard to get to this day, and our work did not go to waste or unnoticed. A high school diploma is an honor to have when moving into the next chapter of our lives. It will open many doors and opportunities for us all. Hashtag, we did it. In a few months, many of us will be going off to college or getting a job, or explaining to our parents why we're not going to college or not getting a job. We will be stepping into the so-called adult world. Entering the unknown, I want to send you off with some advice. Either you take it or you don't, because there's no doubt about it that you'll end up wiser whether you use it or not. So let's rewind. If 12 years ago, someone told me I would be on the stage in front of thousands of people, I would have hoped to be a rock star. But I'm not a rock star yet. And I've got to admit, standing up here today still feels pretty close to being a rock star. Hashtag, we are rock stars. From the time we were very little, we were always asked what we want to be when we grow up, what our dream job would be, or where we would want to go to college. We didn't have a clue, but look back to the answers we gave. We aspired to be actors, actresses, wizards, astronauts, doctors, teachers, and rock stars. But in reality, we probably can't all be those things we dreamed of at the age of 4. As of now, half of us have an idea what we want to become, but the other half is just winging it. Don't feel bad about winging it. I'm winging it right there with you. Life is about improvising. Just make what you want as you go along. As you continue striving for success, I want to talk to you about taking risks. Risk is the possibility of loss or injury, or the exposure to danger. But with risk comes great rewards. Are you a risk taker or a person who plays it safe? I can guarantee that at some point of our lives, we've all taken a risk. Let's go back to the first time you asked your crush or the person you liked out on a date, or decided to join a team or club. It took every ounce of courage and tenacity in you to take that risk. By putting yourself out there, it leads to endless possibilities, good or bad. By taking a risk, there is a chance you'll get rejected or humiliated, but then again, it's possible you'll succeed and be rewarded. Plus, you'll learn a lot about yourself. You don't know the outcome, but you need to take the chance. To quote the great Michael Jordan, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. Hashtag, take that shot. Whoa. When we were kids, we were risk takers, from climbing every tree to tasting anything in front of us. How about running with scissors? It's funny, I saw a Mac running with scissors this morning. We were desperately pushing the limits, but we grew. As we grew up, we stopped taking risks. We became afraid of the unknown, saw more cons than pros. Negativity clouded our judgment. We were told, don't do it. It's too hard. It won't work, or you'll fail. So we are forced to take less risks, less chances, less of putting ourselves out there. However, in order to grow, we need to take that risk. Our next chapter will involve us to take risks. Now, I am not saying take risks for the sake of risk. However, take risk on yourself. Believe in yourself. Put yourself out there. To quote the famous philosopher Drake, never let success get to your head and never let failure get to your heart. Hashtag take that risk. You leave today as graduates, ready to take on the next challenge that life presents. Stay curious, keep yourself wanting to learn more. As we move forward, we need to keep trying new things and taking new risks. Call that crush, ask them out to Dutch Bros, take a backpack trip in Europe, but probably shouldn't take a bus tour through North Korea. That's not risky, that's crazy. So be brave, be curious, ask a lot of questions, take that risk, because without taking risks, we wouldn't have got here today. Hashtag we are graduates. Thank you, class of 2018. It's been an honor. Hashtag love you, mom and dad. Hashtag Mac you to homie. And hashtag Jake, happy birthday. It is my pleasure to introduce our senior musician, Graydon Biosic.
Alexis there, que trae las tortillas. Just kidding.
Con este sol se van a hacer tostadas.
Sí. A todo. Hace hambre.
Now I'd like to bring up our ASB president, Garrett Imbach.
Good morning, students, staff, family, friends. We gather here today to celebrate a major stepping stone in the young lives of each and every student here beside me. My name is Garrett Imbach, and I am the 2018 ASB president here at Woodland High School. I would like to start by congratulating all the seniors who are here with me this morning. I just want to say that all of you guys made it here today because you earned it. So many of you have put in years of hard work and have been dedicated to doing your best in school. A little bit about myself for those of you who don't know me. I was born and raised in Woodland. I attended Zamora Elementary School, and then I went to Lee Middle School. At Woodland, I was involved in many clubs and extracurriculars, including ASB, Link Crew, Key Club, California Scholarship Federation, and National Honor Society. I was a three-sport athlete for all 4 years, playing football, basketball, and baseball. I am the firstborn of 3 kids. I have a brother named Carter and a sister named Megan. My family is very important to me, and I would not be here on this stage speaking to you if it wasn't for them. My loving parents, Patrick and Tina, I know I don't say this enough, but thank you guys for all your support. I love you guys so much. There are many other people who have had a great influence in my life. I am very grateful for my friends, especially my cousin, Ariana Montez. Besides my immediate family, my friends have been there for me, supporting me all my life, and it is each and every one of you who have made a major impact in my life and made me the person I am today. Miss Ayers, Miss Misha, Senora Gutierrez, Miss Fedig, Mr. Marin, and Miss Apollo. You guys are just a few of the many teachers that have made an impact on me and the rest of the students here at this school. We are very fortunate to have great teachers and staff here at Woodland, and even though our teachers have challenged us with lengthy assignments and have given us loads of homework, they have only been preparing us for life in the real world. I also have to thank our amazing administration, Ms. Sequeira, for making sure that high school is a great experience for all of her students, Ms. Tom, Mr. Jagpal, and Mr. Embry, who supported the school in numerous ways, making sure that everyone was positive, productive, and professional. Mr. Martin, Ms. McAllister, Mr. Ratos, and Ms. Garcia in the counseling department, who made sure that everyone was able to walk across this stage today and receive their high school diploma. And to everyone else I did not mention, I want to thank you for all your hard work helping out the class of 2018. Because without all of you working together as one team, the class of 2018 could not have achieved the high expectations that we have achieved. Now, the class of 2018. Together, we have accomplished a lot over the past 4 years. We are a class that is intelligent, athletic, musical, artistic, spirited, and very social. Our class reinvented what it means to have Woodland spirit. The attendance of all activities inside and outside of school has increased tremendously since our class stepped foot on this campus 4 years ago. Our class revived the student section at home sports games, setting an expectation for future classes. At rallies, we set the bar with crazy amounts of enthusiasm and showed how we do Woodland spirit to all the other classes. And our dances were met with immense participation, breaking records for attendance that have not been achieved in years. Our class really paved the way and set a high standard for what it's like to have spirit. I want to acknowledge and thank our leadership class for putting on rallies, events, and setting spirit days, especially the seniors, Ariana, Zoe, Holly, Priscilla, Mackenzie, Maddie, Cassidy, and Sammy. Thank you, you guys made my job super easy. But we could not have achieved this if it wasn't for all you guys who participated, got involved, and made school more than just classwork, lectures, studying, and tests. Over the last 4 years, we have created a lot of memories and had a lot of fun times as a part of the Wolf Pack. Think back to your first day as freshmen, stepping onto a much larger campus that would become your home for the next 4 years. Fast forward through those 4 years of hard work, commitment, through the ups and downs, and we have reached our final destination on the wild trip that high school is. Those 4 years of high school went by in a blink of an eye, and now we are here on graduation day, ready to start the next chapter in our lives. To end my speech, I would like to leave you guys with some words of wisdom that my grandpa once shared with me. Your life is shaped by the things you don't see coming, so appreciate what you have accomplished, and make the most of every moment, because you may never know what life is going to throw your way. So I say to you, whether you're going to college, the military, joining the workforce, or whatever you choose to do, go make a positive impact for the world. Thank you, and I am pleased to introduce our faculty speaker, chosen by a vote of the senior class, Ms. Lisa Fettig.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Fettig, and I have the great fortune of being a teacher here at Woodland High School. It is truly a tremendous honor for me to have been chosen as a faculty speaker today, particularly for this class, the class of 2018, whom I have made no secret of my adoration and admiration. However, it is with mixed emotions, much like Ms. Sequeira, that I stand here today. I'm so proud of all that you have accomplished, and I'm so happy for each of you. And yet, there's a feeling that something truly unique and special is coming to an end. It's very tempting for me to abuse my power today and retain all of you so we can enjoy another year with you. However, it was shared with me that I actually have very limited power here in this position. So we're actually going to send you off to your bright future. So yay you. Instead, I'm going to give you some things to ponder. I did not grow up in Woodland. I'm like what I like to call a WBC, a wolf by choice. I went to high school in New Jersey. And in my freshman year, we were all given a career assessment. I stand before you today, a teacher who, according to that assessment, was supposed to be a chief of police, who started off majoring in architecture at Syracuse University. Clearly not a linear path, but rather one that was fraught with changes of heart and left-hand turns. So for me, as with many people, that nagging question of what do you want to be is often met with indecision, anxiety, and sometimes panic. This is true for many of you here today, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret, everybody. It's okay. You don't have to know what you want to do yet. The world is your oyster. It's a buffet. Try different things. Do an internship, take a part-time job, do what Coppinger did, take a class that just sounds interesting. You don't have to know what you want to do just yet. So instead of attempting to answer that question today, and in my humble opinion, by the way, that is the wrong question to be asking. The question should be, who do you want to be? Because I'm feeling generous, and to be really honest with all the graduates, I'm embarrassed to confess I didn't get all of you a gift for today, so there's that. I'm going to give you the answer to the question instead. The answer is, the person you want to be is a happy person who has a joyful and fulfilling life. So, here are some of Mrs. Fettig's tips on how to do just that. The first is to be grateful. When asked how I'm doing, every day my response is the same. I say with a smile, I'm upright, I'm breathing, I can't complain. Today is a great day. I say this not so much for the person who asked me, but more for my own ears to hear it. Because I know there is great power in words. Woo! And in wind too, apparently. This is really on me. At least there's wind, y'all should be happy. Usually it's burning hot here. Okay. Your words and your thoughts are closely linked, and they drive your actions, which become your habits. So I deliberately tell myself every day that I'm lucky to be alive. Every day that you have the good fortune to wake up is a reset on your life. Take full advantage to change the stuff you don't like and make it better with each successive chance you get. I would like to express my gratitude and that of all the people here who have been positively impacted by you and the life you have led, the choices you have made, your contributions to your family, your school, and your community. Thank you, class of 2018. You are a part of the history of Woodland High School. You've displayed outstanding academic achievement, stunning athletic prowess, and marvelous talent and skill in visual and performing arts and industry and agriculture. We appreciate you and your investment here. Thank you. I love you too. The second tip I have for being a happy person is to be honest. Of course, be honest with others, but I'm talking about honesty with yourself. There's that inner voice, you know, the one that says things like, you shouldn't eat that, or what we're doing right now is probably going to end up in a visit to the emergency room. Yep, that's the one. It says things that are much more subtle too, things that are much easier to dismiss. Things like, you're a really good listener, or you're a really creative person, or even, that person is not adding to your life. Rather, they're taking something away from it. Listen to that voice. It's trying to make you make good choices. Honor who you are. Don't run from it. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, said very aptly, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. He was right. I could have made a lot more money being an architect, but I think I can say with absolute certainty, I would never have experienced the joy that I have felt getting to know all of you. Have the audacity to be exactly who you know you are. Do not bend to the will of others' perceptions of you. The final tip to being happy is to be generous. I'm not talking about grand gestures like, I don't know, financing a new stadium. Chuck Schwab, if you're listening or watching, call me. Yeah, call me Chuck. I'm talking about generous with your time and your talent. Invest in the people and the things that you love. Our brains are wired to connect emotions to memory, which means that a person is much more likely to remember how you made them feel, rather than the words that you said to them. There's a great deal of personal power in that idea. You can purposefully choose to interact with each person before you in such a way that they walk away feeling better about themselves. My grandfather, who grew up in utter poverty in New York City, was a master at this. I can recall him stopping to tell a window washer what a great job he was doing. It cost my grandfather a moment of time and not a cent, and he made that man's day. You know, functional MRIs actually show that when you're giving to someone else, or even thinking about being generous towards someone else, parts of your brain are actively engaged. It literally feels good to do good. So don't be stingy. Hug your loved ones, especially today. Share your food with someone who needs something. Compliment someone's work. Volunteer in our community. Use your talents to make our world a better place. I know you have that within each of you. Before you have the pleasure of hearing from Ken Evans, former science teacher from Lee Middle School and a beloved supporter of the class of 2018, I will leave you with what I like to say to my Link Crew students when I send them off for a weekend. It's kind of a talisman against bad things. It's an inoculation, a blessing. And it is, be good, make good choices, take care of yourselves and others. We love you. Thank you.
This one must be mine. It has my name on it. Class of 2018, I am deeply honored to be standing here with you today, a milestone day in your life. This is a truly humbling experience for me and one that I will not forget, ever. I will not be offering any advice today to the seniors. Ms. Vedic and others have done that far better than I could. I would just offer an observation that some in my generation would probably not agree with. It concerns something I call the good old days syndrome. The idea that somehow things were uniquely better in our youth and since then have just gone to hell. I can't tell you how many times I have heard people complain over the years, sometimes even people in education, that kids are less kind, less respectful, less motivated, less hardworking, less whatever than they were when that person was younger. To that I say, utter nonsense. We tend to think people get wiser as they get older, but sometimes they just get grumpier and less flexible. However, I would also warn young people in the crowd that I have seen the good old days syndrome strike down people in their 30s. I honestly do not think kids have changed in those essential qualities of character in all the years that I taught. Things like honesty, integrity, kindness, and the capability for hard work. To say otherwise, I think, might say more about the person making that comment than it does about kids today. Interesting. First of all, that mentality, it seems to me, ignores history. As a teacher, I would often ask myself, how many times over the decades have I heard the complaint about how kids are less respectful, etc.? You know the list. People have been saying things like that for decades, but for centuries and millennia as well. If it were true, shouldn't civilization as we know it have crashed and burned long ago? So, if it is possible that kids have not changed much, what is the common denominator? It is older people are saying it about younger people. And we tend to keep on saying it, generation after generation, apparently thinking that we are the first person on earth to think of it. And what if I'm wrong? What if I am hopelessly optimistic and out of touch? My answer to that is simple. I'm okay with that. How is being grumpy and cynical going to help the situation? If there really is a problem, is that going to fix it? I had the privilege of teaching at Lee Middle School for 23 years. I don't think I've missed a single Woodland High graduation ceremony since my very first Lee students became graduating seniors. This graduation, above all others, is one I definitely could not miss. This is my last group of 8th graders before I retired, and it is a group that I will always treasure. This is a group of graduating seniors who prove day after day that kindness, respect, motivation, and hard work are not a thing of the past. Class of 2018, I will miss you. Keep in touch. Thank you. I am happy to introduce, actually I'm happy beyond what you can imagine, to introduce this year's senior class president, Ariana Montez.
Good morning, family, friends, and faculty. I'm Ariana Montez, and I'm the senior class president. I'm honored to be here today to speak on behalf of our senior class and the the gift from the class of 2018. 2 years ago, our stadium was condemned and we were no longer able to play on our own football field. We couldn't cheer on our football boys as they fought hard to win their next game or run onto the field as they beat Pioneer once again. Even though we made the best out of the situation, we would have loved to be on our field. Football games are a big part of our spirit here at Woodland High. That is why, as a senior class, we have decided to bring a new welcome sign to be put at the entrance of the new stadium. Although we won't be able to experience it as Woodland Wolves, we will leave our mark on the stadium for our younger siblings, friends, family, and community by welcoming all to our wonderful school. Thank you for everything, and I speak on behalf of our entire class. We will come back and enjoy the stadium as alum. I would once again like to welcome Ms. Sequeira to the podium.
Thank you, speakers and performers. President Pyatt, would you do me the honor of joining me at the podium? Sorry. Okay. President Pyatt, governing board members, and Superintendent Pritchard, I hereby certify that the students sitting before you have met the graduation requirements of the Woodland Joint Unified School District, including 40 hours of community service, and do therefore qualify for a Woodland High School diploma. I now present to you the class of 2018.
Thank you, Ms. Sequeira. On behalf of the Board of Trustees for the Woodland Joint Unified School District and District Administration, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to accept your certification of the class of 2018 of Woodland High School and declare that they are graduates. Congratulations, guys.
All right. I have the honor of continuing the Woodland High School tradition of recognizing our academic achievers who sit before you in the first row and who've maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.70 or above. I'm going to stop for 1 second. Sebastian Campus, first-time high school graduate heading to Stanford in the fall. Heading to Cal Berkeley, Kobe James Houston Garcia. Going to UCLA, Garrett Patrick Imbach. Rutgers, Joseph Hartman Olden. Michaela Sophia Roberts. Jonathan Vasquez. Emilia Nazareth Robles. Joel Jacob Zuniga. Cassidy Nicole Pasco. Jacqueline Camille Kurteman. Samantha Taylor Martin. Iris Olivia Vanden Brandon. Rosamilia Mendoza Cordova. Holly Marie Anchondo. Anthony Joaquin Jimenez. Caitlin N. Castaneda. Russell Robert Reich. Ethan Joseph Young. Jennifer Melgoza. Evelyn Cordova. JC Janae Carbajal. Critzio Rodrigo Cobian. Juan Carlos Angel. Brianna Jacqueline Zavala. Harsa Aiden Kosh Mashrab. Raul Lopez. Take it with you, babe. Oh. Kimberly Ann Keenan. Muhammad Kavi. Mackenzie Grace Hattanaka. Diego Villanueva. Joaria Mahimoid. Carla Silva.
There you go, Diego.
Andre Sanchez. Lourdes Christina Marin Rodriguez. Colby Rossiter. Marissa Marie Mata. Gloria Dominic Perez. Madison Rose Pasquale. Ashton Riley Daler. Madison Dawn Dittler. Albert Solano. Alexis Rojas. Trinity Leanne Brown. Andrea Perez. Faisal Akram. Jack Ibbetson. You're welcome, honey. Andrew Cole Carl Kindell. Jessica Margarita Salas. David Rodriguez. Madison Michelle Sharp. Gloria Mercedes Morales. Ariana Rose Montez. Myra Alejandra Tamayo Hernandez. Mia Elise Marin.
Esteban Leonides Abarca.
Diana Guadalupe Anaya.
Wait. Brandon Aguigaña.
Alexis Desiree Arizaga.
Sebastián Ambriz.
Leanne Asuncion.
Sebastián Arias.
Daisy Valderrama.
Obed Baez.
Mackenzie Barron.
Graydon Biosic.
Priscilla Marie Baron.
Stephen Keith Blout.
Destiny Boone.
Lauren Borrego.
Excuse me, who are you with?
Mary Alexis Brannigan.
Stephen James Brockmeyer.
What photo people?
Cristal Bravo.
Your photographer, sir, you need to be back.
Garrett Christopher Bugarin.
Sir, you need to go back behind the line.
Faith Alyssa Brown.
Okay, sir, if we let you...
Daniel Cabrera Delgado.
I've been told to do. Okay, you need to go back behind the front.
Vanessa Adelene Camargo Gutierrez.
Antonio de Jesús Carrera.
Jessica Campos.
Justin David Casillas.
Tiara Cárdenas Ancrum.
Osvaldo Castillo.
After you take the photo who you're waiting for, you need to go back behind the line.
Yami Castillo Gomez.
Jorge Leonardo Castro Jr.
Diamond Casadas Rowdy.
Antonio Chavez Jr.
Almerica Contreras.
Hunter Del Chris.
Amina J. Cordova.
Andrés Cisneros.
Ana Belén Córdoba González.
Noah Klein.
Ariana Justina Coronado.
Jesús Contreras.
Victoria Celisa Corales.
Isaac Capacio.
María Meneses.
Sebastián Córdoba.
Lisette Neida Esteves.
Diego Ángel Díaz.
Wendy Bernice Estrada Leiva.
José J. Díaz.
Natalie Estrella.
Stephen English.
Alondra Lisbeth Fernández.
Juan Miguel Escobar Jr.
Julie María Figueroa.
Joel Espino.
McKenna Marie Finado.
Kobe Erod.
Sarah Ronnie Fitzgerald Andrade.
Andrew Fine.
Imani Zial Fry.
Isaiah Joseph Freitas.
Holly Joanne Renee Gaines.
Chase William Fremois.
Our national anthem singer Gloria Mari Gallardo.
Gavin Garrison French.
Lisette Garcia.
Jacob Tyler Froman.
Carolina Garcia Rodriguez.
Logan T. Furlington.
Diana Gomez.
Alfonso Basilio Galván.
Shayla Angelique Gonzalez.
Adolf Ángel García.
Lorena Graciano.
Eduardo García Arriola.
Ashley Christine Gray.
Martín Eduardo Gasca Castellanos.
Jennifer Rose Grijalva Houtree.
Alberto Godínez Uribe.
Karina Gutierrez Rodríguez.
Julián Alejandro Gómez.
Deandra Joanne Helzer.
Sebastián José González.
Emily Hernández.
Esteban Matthew González.
Victoria Hernández.
Julian Michael Green.
Emily Jiménez Vázquez.
Troy Robert Gresham.
This one's for you, Mama. Katie Lee Kirshner.
Francisco Uciel Gutiérrez.
Samantha Michelle Cleaver.
Trey Hall.
Citlali Lara.
Jason Hahn.
Lisiana Nicole Lockett.
Jake Harrington.
María López Ramírez.
Alexis Giovanni Hernández Muñoz.
Aisha Mabuk.
Jerónimo Hernández Torres.
Rimsha Maksud.
Jacob Hogue,
Anessa Alize Marquez.
Jason Howard,
Kimberly Marie Martin.
Blake Hutchinson,
Shout out my barber, Ryan Ginyard.
Mariah Alexis Matamoros.
Subir Islam,
Dariana Medina.
Jaime Xavier Ixta,
Yasmin Lorelli Melendres Lopez.
Nathan Richard Jensen,
Demaray Nicole Mendoza.
Mohammed Hassan Khalik,
Ana Mora.
James Keenan Dewey,
Estrella Moreno.
Luis Manuel León,
Meliana Okulani Nahinu.
Pablo Alexis León Plasencia,
Yahaira Negrete.
Elias Anthony Limón,
Elisa Lynette Ochoa.
José Alberto López,
Yami Olivia Cárdenas.
Cody William Lopes,
Jasmine Lisbeth Ortiz.
Roger Daniel López,
Michaela Christina Otero.
José López Rincón,
Elmirce Preciado.
Juan Pablo López Solorio,
Valeria Tamayo Pulido.
José Manuel Loza Llamas,
Mariah Elise Raimundo.
Timothy David Lubano Jr.,
Michaela Rose Reyes.
Andrew James McCollum,
Jennifer Reyes Ceballos.
Marcus Daniel Manzanares,
Malaya Elaine Robinson.
Anthony Marcos Martinez,
Haley Renee Rubio.
Isaac Ezequiel Martínez,
Ashley Margarita Ruelas.
Joel Martínez,
Rocío Santián.
Héctor Eduardo Martínez Rodríguez,
Lindsay Marie Salcedo.
Kellen Patrick McAnally,
Daniela Sepúlveda.
Skylar Ray McChesney,
Katie Stephanie Servin.
Alex Don McGilvery,
Nancy Solorio.
Brandon Richard McIntyre.
Esmeralda Suarez.
Fernando Mendoza Jr.
Nikki Marie Tafoya.
James Meredith.
Cynthia Lisbeth Torres.
Marcus Ray Miller.
Samantha Trotter.
Gabriel Miranda.
Lisette Valdovinos.
Salvador Chava Mojica Jr.
Taylor Vandevet.
Clinton Daniel Munhoff.
Selena Marie Vasquez.
Nicholas Moore.
Viviana Vega.
Rubén Antonio Morales IV.
Esmeralda Victor.
Damian Muñoz.
Tessa Vine.
Brandon Christopher Murillo.
Zoe Noel Weiss.
Luis Martín Nuño.
Kayla Weston.
Christopher Chordy Jesus Patiño Beamen.
Jennifer Maria Zaragoza.
Jacob I. Pesic.
Samantha Stephanie Zaragoza Garcia.
Cesar Ponce Jr. Dennis Ray Powell. Justin Raftery.
Good job, Dennis. Congratulations.
Nolan Raj. Luke Rio. Jose Rivas. Colby James Robinette. Carlos Daniel Rodríguez. Juan Pablo Rodríguez García. Juan Romero Pérez. José Armando Ruelas. Matthew Ralph. Rafael Francisco Saldaña. Brandon René Sánchez. Oscar Sánchez. Edgar Sandoval. Isaac Xavier Sandoval. José Carlos Santana León. Michael Andrew Sandel. Leonardo Escamilla Serena Tayolo. Brandon D. Schaberger. Alexander Robert Silva. Iván Silva. Anthony Joseph Shelton. Guillermo Solorio. Christian McLovin Stice.
And free Coach Barfield.
Julian Stone. Muhammad Umar Tahib. Nicholas Rocky Traficante. Gary Alexis Valdivia. Juan B. Vargas López. Gasto Vázquez Chávez.
Alexis. The hair tassel.
Martín Vázquez III. Roberto Villarreal Jr. Cristóbal Villegas. Leonardo Manuel Ñañez Saucedo. Javier Armando Yepes. Adrian Joseph Lee Sack.
All right, I'm going to ask everyone to return to their seats so that we can start the recession out, please. Graduates of the class of 2018, please rise. Signifying your new status as a high school graduate, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Woodland High School graduating class of 2018.
Don't move. Don't move. Pay attention. Pay attention.
I was like, ¿quién no se entiende?